Hello, Midnight Muses here again. So I finally got my Boxycharm Boxyluxe in this giant box here. Also, I have gone back up to my bedroom setup, and I'm trying to not make the camera shake. I actually have it stacked on top of books on top of my bed right now, so if the camera's moving, that's why. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay as still as I can. I just haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do. This is really shaky. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with like my upstairs setup at the moment. I'm trying to organize and move things and clear things out, so it'll probably change again by my next video, but for now this is what we're doing. So I'm going to open this. I will say I did already open it. The only product that I've used in here so far is this guy, which is the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. It's beautiful. It's like a rose gold colored peel off mask, and I use that already because it's skincare, so I wanted to make sure I could come back at you. My skin is a little red, but it doesn't feel irritated or anything. The one thing I'll say about this mask was it was really pretty. Like, it was really pretty. It was really nice in that way, but I didn't feel anything. Like, when I looked at it, I could see that I had pulled out a little bit from my pores, but not, like, nothing special. It was nothing big, but I mean, I also didn't get irritation, and I get irritation from just about everything, so I guess it's also a win in that way. And I'm sorry, I keep going out of focus. But anyway, so for this box, it is the La Vie en Rose, and it tells you all about everything on the back, as well as the prices, but as I said, it is US pricing, so I never talk about that because it is literally meaningless here. But anyways, let's go to unpacking. There is one other thing that I unpacked. I didn't actually open it. I just opened it to well, I read the ingredients on everything. There is another item in here that I can't use, which is the It Cosmetics moisturizing cream. It's a confidence in a cream. It has shea butter and actually I think a couple of other things that I'm allergic to as well. Like, it was like a pretty allergy heavy cream for me, so I have to put that aside. My mom wants it, so at least it's going to a good home. But I am really happy for this. It's really cool. It's like rose gold and hollow, and I mean, with all of the makeup that I've been getting and using lately, I've been kind of running out of room in my Dior. I keep going out of focus. In my Dior bag, so I am really happy for this guy. It looks just gold. You can kind of see that there's little bits of hollow in there, but it is actual like hollow, not just iridescent. But it is actually rose gold in person, not like yellow gold, which is what it looks like on camera. But it's pretty. It's actually really, really pretty. Actually, and ooh, it's really pretty. Oh, it says Boxycharm inside, and it's open. And I like that it has the little things so it's easy to clean. And it looks big, so I can hold a lot of stuff in there. So I'm looking forward to that. I just want to see if there's anything in here via primer, which no, there's not. So I'm gonna throw on my No Problem primer just while I'm going through things a little bit, just so that we can kind of get started on the makeup, because I don't just want to be unboxing and talking. I do want to be trying on products as I go along, and I know that my last video was like 40 something minutes long, and I don't want to make this one into a super long video if I can help it. There we go. Well, maybe I got a little bit of irritation because my face does look quite a bit redder than usual, but it happens. For foundation today, well, I did get the two brushes. I got two Moda brushes, but neither of them look like what I would like to use for foundation, so I'm going to use my It Cosmetics foundation brush, but I will pull them out. I'll use one for powder, and then I don't know what I'm going to use the other one for. Maybe it's kind of similar to my blush brush, but my blush brush is more dense. So I don't know, maybe I'll use it for like a big no, I don't know what I would use this one for. This is like a brushing under the eye if you bake, but I don't bake. I don't know, I'll find a use for it. I always find uses for brushes, but these are like, okay, these are really soft. I actually was not expecting them to be as soft. That's really nice. Okay, these are fantastic. I'm really happy for these. I will make a use for those. For foundation today, I'm going to use the Maybelline 24-hour foundation. It's like my one non-cruelty-free item of makeup that I have, but I was really trying to find foundation. Wow, this camera is really shaking while I put on my foundation. I'm so sorry. I will make sure to have a better setup. I should have known that having a bunch of books on a bed would not be the best idea, but my little nightstand table is so flimsy, and the last time that I used that for filming, actually, I don't know if I posted the video or not, but like I had to refilm, like it was like 4 or 5 times because the camera literally kept falling, and I just didn't want to have to go through that today. But yeah, so I'm applying my makeup a little bit slower than usual just to try and avoid it shaking as much as I can. But I have been enjoying this foundation again just because we're getting warmer. It's getting into spring, and I have been getting back into like a more regular workout routine. So I like the coverage of this because if I do a half a pump and then another half pump, and it gives me the coverage that I want where it's like I'm covered, but I don't look super cakey, and it's just everything is kind of nice and I'm comfortable. It looks good. Gotta pull out the big other bag so I can get my concealer. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff in here. Yeah, I'm gonna transfer a little bit to the other one. And yeah, I didn't get concealer in there because I wouldn't get concealer. I would never expect to get concealer in a Boxycharm because you can't give concealer to like all skin tones and ranges like that because they don't ask you any of those kind of questions. Like they don't ask you what your skin color is or anything like that. So I'm gonna put on my usual concealer, and then we'll hop back in the bag and see what else we have. And I'm just using my ColourPop like I always do. I finally cracked and opened up a new one because my other one was really, really, really dead, and I was really, really far too pale for it, and it was kind of annoying putting on a concealer under my eyes that is darker than my foundation and my skin and making my face look like weird and dark. So I'll probably switch this one out for the very last remnants of that one and then go into my summer color like in the next month. But I wanted to have everything look decent. Now you can see like I actually have a little bit of brightness under my eye, which is good. All right, so there's so much stuff in here. What's this look? Oh, that's a lipstick. I read the ingredients on that. I'm good with the lipstick this month, which is the first one that I've had a... Yeah, this is not going to work. So this is supposed to be the finishing powder on here, and it's beautiful. And I will try and use it as a bronzer because the contour color is way, 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 way too dark. As is, like, this is definitely like a dark palette. I wonder if there's even a point in using it all. I might just pass that along so as to not be wasteful. I don't know, I'll see. I think, I remember my mom was like fussing through this box already. I told her that she wasn't allowed to actually touch anything because I wanted to make sure that I could like film with everything unopened and kind of like do the experience with you guys. I really just, more than anything, I like to open the boxes beforehand to check ingredients just so that it's easier, so I don't have to sit in front of the camera silently for 5 minutes reading the ingredients on everything to make sure I can or cannot use it. Well, this applied the powder really well. It kind of flooshed it a little bit everywhere. I think it's because the brush is so soft, but my skin feels really nice. I really, really like these brushes. I'm going to be finding so many uses for them. I don't know what to use this little guy for. He's soft and he's beautiful and I love him, and I don't know. Maybe I could make it like a really like loose kind of bronzery thing. We'll see. I'll try it out. We'll see how it works. Let's see. Can I even use any of this as a bronzer? No, like the finishing powder, I technically could, but it's very... I don't know why that's a finishing powder. It's sparkly. But yeah, all the colors in here, even the highlighters, are way, way, way too dark for my skin. So I'm just going to use my usual stuff. I'm going to use my Pretty Vulgar and my Tarte blush and my O for highlight, and then we will jump back into the Boxycharm Boxyluxe. But I will try out this brush. I don't think this is going to work very well, at least not with this bronzer, because this is like a bronzer that like goes on heavy and then you really, really have to blend out. So let me get my BH blender brush because that guy works really well for this. Yeah, you can see it's making it kind of It's not looking as bad on camera, but it is making it very, very patchy. And I know this is probably going to make the camera jump around a lot. Again, I am so sorry for this setup. It was not one of my more brilliant ideas. But as I always say, I am not the tech person. That is all Sean. He does all the technology stuff. I think there's like some spots right here where I didn't get the mask out properly and it's making my makeup stick to it. What is it? Oh yeah, that mask is fun. I watched Kathleen Light's video with her getting it, and she said that it was really, really painful to peel off. I didn't find it painful to peel off at all. But I will agree in that it peels off in patches. And I even took her advice because she said that she thought that she put on too thin of a layer, and then if she put on a thicker layer that it would be fine. So I purposefully put on a thicker layer. Some parts were still really thin, but like for the most part it was a thicker layer. Yeah, that's definitely the mask right there. But it still like came off in like little pieces and patches, not painful, just really, really annoying. And as I said, since like okay, sorry about that. Just got interrupted to see if I wanted some Dairy Queen because my mom loves her Dairy Queen. But yeah, so I just put on my bronzer. I was talking about the mask. Oh yeah, I don't think I would like dealing with such an annoying mask that I also don't really feel is giving me much in the way of skincare, because I mean, you're using the mask to get the skincare, really. At least that's why I use masks. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's definitely one of those like great for Instagram if you want to like do like, or like have like girls over and like do girls night and do like mask with your girls, because it has a beautiful, it literally looks like you have highlighter all over your face. Like, it is really, really pretty in that way. But in terms of like the actual like properties of it doing literally anything, is like, yeah, no, that's not doing anything for me at all. All right, gonna use my Ofra highlight. I'm still using the Star Island. I'm loving it. It is definitely not quite as like intense as the Rodeo Drive, but Rodeo Drive is also way, 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 way too dark for my skin right now. And this is like the perfect shade. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's just, I get like that. I find a highlighter that I love, and it's like, that's all I use for months. It's like that ColourPop one that I literally used until I like more than hit pan. Like, I have like little tiny corners around the outside that's left of it, and it's too dark to use on my skin right now, but still, like, that's all that I have left on it, and that's because like I stupidly love it. All right, what else we got? Again, stop playing with the lipstick. Oh, I got a NCLA Los Angeles treatment So Rich vitamin E infused cuticle oil. I'll use this at some point and come back and let you know if I like it or not. Actually, I am doing a pedicure on my mom tonight, so I will try that out on her and let you know how it goes, because I'm one of those lucky people get really mad, but like, I really don't get like the cuticles that you need to do anything with on my nails. Like, I have bare nails right now, like they're fine. And even when I was at nail school or whatever, my teacher would not let people do my nails like in terms of tests, because it's like, no, it's too easy if you're doing my nails, because there's nothing to fix. I got Lily lashes. I'm trying to figure out what ones they are, because I know that Lily lashes always have names, but it just says limited edition faux mink. They're huge and long, and they are quite beautiful, and I am starting to wear lashes every now and again, and as it is Sean's birthday on the weekend, I'm gonna save these for them, just because I never wear them in videos, and I mean, after this I'm gonna be doing some working out and a bunch of cleaning. I'm not a fake lash everyday kind of girl, so I will put those aside. I will try, well, I know I'm gonna take a photo and I'll post it on Instagram, and I'll let you know my next, or after I wear them, the whatever video follows, how I found them, because I know I'll be taking pictures on his birthday. And then I got a Morphe eyeshadow palette, and it's the Day Slayer 15D palette. And it is very, very orange. Very orange, very gold. It is a lot more vibrant, a lot more orange in person. Actually, I was showing a picture of it to my cousin last night, and she was like, oh, it looks a little bit like kind of like greeny toned, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It really isn't, but then I did notice right away the camera does pick it up differently. I thought that with my ring light that it would be a little bit better, but apparently not. So I'm just gonna jump in and do a little look. I'll try and use as many colors as I can, but we'll see. Like, as I said, I'm not doing anything especially, and it is a neutral palette. Like, I have gotten all of these colors in other palettes that I've gotten from my Boxycharm. Right now I'm just using the shade Natural just because it looks like a really nice transition shade. The one thing I'll say is that there is no highlight shade in here for my skin tone. Not even, I don't even think in the summertime I could use any of these as a highlight for like an inner corner highlighter or a brow bone. So I'm going to have to jump into another palette or pull out my Ofra or something to do that. But otherwise, I do really, really like it. It is a 15 pan highlighter, or 15 pan eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I just put on Natural. It's just a transition color. It's a little bit lighter in pigment than I was expecting it to be, but it did blend really nicely. So, I mean, it's a transition. It's not the end of the world. I think it's more of like how the other shadows perform. But at least it blended really well. And it's the first one. Next I'm gonna go into, I'm just kind of like following along like the top, like I did this one, and now I'm gonna go in here, and then I'll probably like find whatever matte ones and like kind of like deepen it up, and then use a little bit of shimmer just to see how those works. I'm not using the really orangey tones right now, mainly because I'm wearing a green shirt and that doesn't really go with that. So I'm sticking to more of like the classic, just warm, neutral browns, though this is more orangey than I was expecting it to be, but that's okay. I'm just deepening up my transition, but also bringing it a little bit into the crease as well. They actually have a color in the crease in this palette, but I'm not going to use it today because it's quite it's like a mixture between like a true, well, not a true orange, but it's a mixture between a bright orange and like a burnt orange. It's really, really pretty, but very much not what I'm going for today. And it is coming out more orange on camera. It is kind of having like almost like a neutral, almost greenish effect in person. So I don't know why it's doing that. And then, because I really don't want to go too dark today, I think I'm going to go with Desert down here as like my darker crease color. So oh yeah, I mean, it has a little bit, it's not quite as pigmented as I would want it to be. It doesn't have a lot of fallout, which is good. It does kick up a lot, but like I really don't care about that. Usually I find that actually when it comes to palettes that have a lot of kick up is because they're really pigmented. And it's not super, and it's kind of not blending as well as I would like. And I mean, and I compare everything to ColourPop because I wear ColourPop as my everyday eyeshadow, and I know ColourPop and Morphe, their pricing is pretty spot on with each other. And right now I would say that I would much rather have a 15 pan ColourPop palette in front of me than this. I was excited to try it though, just because like all I hear from everybody is Morphe, Morphe, Morphe. Like, oh my gosh, get Morphe. It's affordable and it's so high quality for the price. But then on the other side, it's like, it sucks, and you know, everything's Morphe, Morphe, and it's because they're paying people to say that, and it's not really that good. And so I was still kind of like interested to try to see like what the actual, I guess, tea behind it is, though I really still can't have much of an opinion because trying one eyeshadow palette is not exactly trying like an entire brand. But I will say this palette's not bad. It's definitely workable, but you really have to like work with it, and it's kind of frustrating me just because I'm not in the mood to like have to sit and blend for an hour. I really just wanted to throw on a quick eye look and run out the door, and it's not doing what I wanted to do. And I knew that, and I know that if I had like any of my ColourPop palettes in front of me, this would have already been done. Like, I'm gonna have to go back with my other blending brush and like go back around and see if it'll like blend together a little bit more to really like, and I don't ever have to do that with my ColourPop palette. So, I mean, it's fine if you want to put in the extra work, but to me, if you're going to spend like the same money, it's like you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to get like decent quality, right, as is, I would jump ColourPop because it's pretty, but it's not the best thing I've ever used, that's for sure. But I did want to try it. Like, I don't know. I really did want to try it though. And it's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's just not the best. And then I'm going to use bronzed. Okay, so this actually is feeling really good. Going into the shimmers, that does feel quite, I don't know, it's not really giving me payoff though. It feels really buttery. But it is applying a little bit on the sheer side. But they feel really nice. I will say that the shimmers feel quite pretty. The shimmers feel pretty. The shimmers feel really buttery. Like, they feel really soft and like they should apply really well. And I don't know, maybe if I wet them with some setting spray, they would go on better. But I find that usually I don't have to as long as I use my finger. Also, I'm literally seeing zero difference between the two that I'm using. And I'm using, where is it? Yeah, this guy on the end over here. And then the really sparkly one over here. Like, they're two very different shades. And even on my fingers, can you see on camera? No, they look the same on camera. But they are two very different shades. One is like very much a bronze and like copper penny, kind of like a mix between bronze and a copper penny. And then the other one is like a very kind of pinky, light shimmery color. And I'm using two different fingers to apply them. And even in person, like, I can't tell what shimmer is where. Like, it looks the exact same. So that's also disappointing. I was actually like, for a moment, really like happy, and then not so happy. So that's 3 mattes, 2 shimmers, and not impressed at all with that palette so far. Going to throw on some eyeliner mascara, which I didn't get any of that in this box, so I'm just going to do that as quickly as possible. Actually, I think I'm going to pause so I don't shake the camera, so I'll be right back. Alright, back with my liner and mascara. I just used the Physicians Formula brush tip liner that I've been using for a little while now, and the Kush mascara that I'm still going a little bit low. I'm starting to have to use a few more coats than I usually would, but whatever. And then not last but not least, second to last item, it is the Boxyluxe. So it is a big box, so that's why I'm like, okay, let me pause for things that like I don't need to show in here. I got the Iconic London, the eyebrow cushion. It's not really wanting to focus. There we go. I'll focus back on my face. And it just says Be Iconic, I guess, as the color. So that's it here. It's really pretty. I don't know why there's like packaging on packaging. And I got medium eyebrow cushion 6G. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's try to. I've heard really good things about this, so I'm really, really looking forward to trying it. I'm probably going to ditch the brush because I don't tend to. How do you open this? Oh, there we go. Okay, and I guess you peel. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's got like the 2 colors on there. I'm gonna try and not get that all over my bed because my boyfriend would kill me. And I was gonna take a clean eyebrow brush, and actually I'm gonna get a mirror a little bit closer to me just so I can see a little bit better. Or, oh, there's a mirror in here. Like, oh shoot, I'm dropping things. Oh, that's right, it comes with the one that comes out. Okay, maybe I'll no, that's way too soft for my eyebrows. I'm not gonna bother with that. I might use the spoolie, but not the thing. Let's see if I can get the paper off of here, off the mirror. Well, not the paper, but that plasticky. There we go. All right, so I'll use the mirror from here. I'm just gonna go into the darker shade since I do still have dark here. Wow, that's really, really liquidy. So let's see how this goes. So I have been doing very dark brows lately, and I am about to dye my hair dark again. I know my roots are still dark, but like my ends are gray. So I am going to be dyeing my hair dark again because Sean has asked if I have dark hair for his birthday. So I'm going to do that. This is very strange. I don't know if... Oh wow, that's super liquidy. This time I didn't actually like knock off the excess. I just wanted to see what it would be like. It's weird because like it doesn't go on like too much, and it's not giving you that drawn on effect, which is nice, but at the same time it is kind of like, I don't know, I feel very unstable with this. It's like it reminds me of, well, everyone uses the Urban Decay ones now, but I haven't used them. So for me, it reminds me of the Stila eyebrow pens, which, like, don't get me wrong, I love those kind of things. I think they're great. They're really good for drawing on, like, the individual hairs, but to have it as, like, something that you use with a brush is a little bit, I don't know, almost nerve-wracking. Because it's like, oh gosh, I can mess this up, but at the same time, it is really, really kind of easy and quick, which I also really like because we all know that I don't like to spend any extra time on my eyebrows. And it is something that can be used with a soft brush, whereas I'm used to using products that you need a more like firm and dense brush for. Oh shoot, I think I had a little bit too much right there. Gotta blend that out. Yeah, I think this is like meant to be used with a softer brush. So, and this is one of my softer brow brushes. So I guess, so I did choose good there, but I don't know. I still think the other one that comes in the package itself might be a little bit too soft. It has an extreme angle, so you could probably draw on some brow hairs really well. And I think if I had lighter brows, where I was using like the lighter color in here, then I could use the darker one to add some darker hairs and it would turn out really well, but I don't know. Well, and I've heard that it lasts really long. We'll see. I do have pretty oily skin and I am going to be working out, so we'll see how it lasts, but I am excited. That went on really fast and looked actually a lot better than I was expecting it to, so I am quite happy about that. All right, now last, very last, is the, I got a Becca lipstick. It's the Ultimate Love lipstick, and it's in the color Bear, if you can see that. There we go. And then focus back on my face, please. All right, let's open this guy up. It is nice to actually have a tube lipstick that I'm not allergic to try out, because I have been living on this other one that I have. And my lips are dry right now, so I am happy to have a lipstick. All right. It is Bear. Okay. It's a little bit more on the orangey side than I was expecting. I mean, I do like it. It's just on the back where it shows the color, like it's okay, it's looking a little bit orangey on camera, but in person it has like that kind of like pinky browny nudie tone where it's actually more of like an orangey nudie. But I do still really like it. I find that right now I'm doing like a lot more of like just a neutral, plain, super moisturizing lipstick during the week. My hair is a mess right now. This is not going to get fixed. Okay, I shouldn't have even done that. But yeah, I've been wearing like just a really moisturizing lipstick during the week because my lips have been really dry. We're transitioning from winter to spring right now, so my skin is doing all kinds of crazy things. And it hurts because like my face has gotten really oily, but my lips have gotten really dry, and like everything's kind of gone all over the place. So during the week I am very much looking for a moisturizing lipstick, and this does feel really, really wonderful. So I'm quite happy for that, just so I can have something when I'm running around during the day. Anyways, thank you all for sticking around. I know that it has been a really, really long video this time, but I just said this is my first boxyluxe. So it's not a regular Boxycharm where I get like the little box. Like it is, like as I showed you, like a huge giant box of stuff to go through. And I did put on everything but the fake lashes. So I really did make sure to do like the full try on. Sorry that my hair is so weird right now. I have to put some product in it and brush it out again. But anyways, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And I'm sorry that the camera has been so shaky the whole time. I promise next time it'll be good to go from start to finish. Anyways, hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you again. All right, bye.